All right, hey guys, Jerry here with another market update. So our target did get hit right there, and I was able to book a nice profit on that. I also had some shorts right here, and I just did a quick, nice scalp to the downside. So that was profitable. I did take a long right here at the 4-hour support. So we did come back to test this 4-hour support zone. It just came a lot quicker than I anticipated. And I was expecting us to go up here to this 15-minute supply block. And I wanted to get like a nice 5% move in there. But unfortunately, what ended up happening is we had more downside here. And we blew right past this 1-hour support resistance support zone, and then we made a low right here, and we'll talk about this move more in detail. So I did cut my long right here for a little bit of a loss, but I was able to hedge my bets with a short to this 1-hour resistance, and I also got a bid in at this 1-hour resistance, and I'm currently holding that, looking to trade it up to this 1 to 4 hour support zone. So right now, in terms of current price action, I think we're just going to have a choppy day. Okay, I'm looking to honestly just trade kind of this range right here from this 1-hour support to this 4-hour support. And depending on how the charts look, maybe if we break down here, looking to maybe test the bottom of the range low, or if we break up above, looking to test this red zone up here. It's just all depending on how the charts are looking at the time. But the reason why I'm expecting chop is because if we look at volume, it's bearish here. Let's see on all time frames. So still in the red here. It looks like we're kind of coming to an area of uncertainty right here. So we have this resistance level up here. Volume's kind of chopping around. If we look at the 15-minute version here, we're kind of stuck in between this range here. This is looking good. If we can break up above here and then start moving up higher, then that would look very good. And then the next area I would look for resistance would be this area right here for possibly a pullback, because you have these lows right here. Yeah, also on the 4-hour video, it looks like we're getting to the neutral zone here. So I'm curious if we're going to get rejected off of this, or if we can potentially pop up above here for maybe a nice some nice price action. But right now, yeah, just expecting chop. Let's see, on the macro video, you kind of got a similar thing. I can talk about another reason why I believed why I cut that long initially that I took right here and expected more downside, is because if you look at the macro video over here, it's kind of just choppy, right, with no indecisive price direction, and especially right here, you can see it's just going lower and lower. So that in tandem with the price action just not looking very favorable, that is what made me want to take that short all the way down there. Also, if you look at the 15-minute video here, you can also see volume is just slowly, like we popped up here and we started to just kind of roll over. Well, and eventually we had that move down, and now it looks like we're starting to break out. We got a good retest of this trend line right here, and slowly continuing up, and then looking for this area, maybe for a pullback. 1-hour video looking also very good. Breakout continuing. If I switch this to 2 hours, it looks like we are getting potentially a retest of this neutral zone. So it'll be interesting to see if we can pop out of this, or if we're just going to get rejected before chopping around, coming back up again. So we'll see how that plays out. Another thing is the candle delta. So this is something I haven't really talked about. I'll have to go into more detail on this in another video, but basically what the candle delta oscillator tells me is it tells me if a trend is bullish or bearish, and it helps me to just identify price action. The simplest way to read this is like when you see green, price action is bullish. When you see red, price action is bearish. Okay, if you're seeing higher highs in the candle delta, bullish. Okay, if you're seeing lower lows, higher lows, bearish. So the same way you would read like any sort of chart price action wise, that's kind of how I read the candle delta. But anyways, the reason why I was bearish is because you can see right here, price action starting to roll over, starting to print red, losing this neutral zone, and then similarly on the 15-minute CDO candle delta oscillator, that's starting to roll over. And we were also getting a little bit of a pullback here. So I was thinking, how could you have anticipated this move down? Because I was expecting a pullback to the 4-hour support. potentially a 1 hour support, but I did not expect for it to just blow past it. So I was looking at the chart and I was figuring out like, okay, what could I have done better? And what I think I could have done better. So there's a couple indicators or a couple of confluence of things that could have determined this low right here. And first of all is the 4 hour candles. So if we turn on the 4 hour candles here, ghost candles, you can see the close of this section right here. So this section right here, and we actually came down. That would have been a good place to place a bid for take profit and also a long, because we did meet that very nice, and that would have been a nice fill. And notice how also we closed higher than this low right here. So to me, that's still confirming the like integrity of the structure. You're making higher lows. Whether what pattern or what technical pattern is going to be made from this is yet to be known. Like we could be making a ascending triangle of some sort, but who knows? Anyways, another thing could have done is just taking a fib from here to here, low, high, and then see you got your 1618 right here. So that could have been another indicator. And I think if we turn on those ghost candles, yeah, okay, we did close under. Oh, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, scratch that. Anyways, yeah, so that fib could have been a good tool to use that to get that target. Also, one thing that could have been indicative of this downward price action is if we swing high, swing low here, you can see we get up into these high retracement levels and we're unable to break out. So we just kind of kept getting rejected before we came down to retest the low. The way I got this level right here is if you take the ghost candles here, let's turn that off. So this is 4 hour ghost candles. You can see you got some nice closes and opens right here. You got a nice cluster of that. And if we switch to the 1 hour, you see a very similar story. So you got nice, you got it acting as support right here, resistance right here, support here before falling down. So I do think this is an important level and looking to trade that. Now looking at macro markets right here, this is a chart of it's a combination of the top three macro markets. So you got the NASDAQ, you have the Dow Jones, and you have the S&P, and these are the futures. So this is a 15-minute chart, but anyways, we had a good, actually let's zoom out here so you can kind of see the big picture of what I'm looking at. Yeah, so you have this trend line down here, right? Held as resistance, finally broke out here. So kind of what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a retest of this area, this daily and weekly support, and seeing if we can hold this, because if we can hold this for continuation, then I'd be looking for a move right here. And I'm guessing Bitcoin will, if we get this, Bitcoin will probably go into a local retracement of some sort. So that idea that we were talking about of having like a retracement up here somewhere, that's to be seen. So, but we'll have to take it level by level, because if we kind of bounce off this and just kind of like get out of that, that would not be looking good for Bitcoin or for crypto. So there's that. On the stocks, let's see, VDO on all time frames is still looking bullish. I mean, we are getting a retest of the neutral zone here on the 1 hour chart. Looks like we're coming in for a retest of the neutral zone also on the 2 hour. 4 hour is making lower lows. You can see we broke kind of market structure, that structure right there, and we're moving down. So hopefully we can retest of this support zone before continuation. Here, if I open this up, you can see this has just been a trend line that has been really important. You can see that it's held as resistance. Then we finally broke out. So hopefully what I'm thinking is we just get a retest of this and then continuation. Probably won't go up this high, maybe like back up to this area and chop around. Once again, this is not financial advice, but if you like my TA and like my ideas, be sure to leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.